Cleveland 24-yard line. Twins to the right, single receiver split to the left motion. Trying the jet sweep going around left in. And that's Khalil Woods. He might get a yard, maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Not much more than that. That was Ian Garza, my mistake. Ian Garza with the ball the carry. And no gain on the play. 2nd and 10 from the Cleveland 24-yard line. Just underway here. Ed Nunez along with producer Josh Brown, cameraman Christiane Molina. Hopefully Christiane has layers of clothing outside. It's that cold. Garza in motion. Fake the jet sweep. Handoff to the left side. He's got a little bit of room out there. Being pursued, but a good gain out there. Ball carried by Ryland Lee of Cleveland. And for decent yards out to about the 36-yard line. To the 41, actually. Hard to see the markings on the field. This is a track field more than anything here at Community Stadium. 3rd and 2, ball at the 41-yard line. Twins to both sides of the field. And that might be encroachment. That might be an automatic first down. They used a hard count there by Jericho Brody. Brody, the quarterback, and I'm guessing he's Landrick Brody's son. That'll be an automatic first down. So encroachment on La Cueva gives the Cleveland Storm Pee-wees a first down. Opening drive of the game for the Cleveland Storm Pee-wees. First down. Ball now at the 46-yard line. Garza in motion from left to right. Low snap for Brody. Brody trying to find some room. Gains about 3, but there's a flag down. Where that flag is thrown usually indicates offensive holding. That's what the call will be against the Cleveland Storm Pee-wees. Offensive holding will move the Storm back 10 yards. So 10-yard penalty will move the ball back to the 36-yard line. First and 15 now. Ball on the 37-yard line. Garza again in motion from left to right. Jet sweep slow developing. Garza loses the handle on it but falls down right where the ball was fumbled. So slow developing play. They tried the jet sweep again. Garza tried it from right to left. This time he goes from left to right and loses 2 yards. That should be 3rd and 17 for the Cleveland Storm Pee-wees. Again, the winner advancing to Canton, Ohio. Whistle, no, I thought there was a whistle before the play, but Brody trying to get outside on the quarterback sweep. And Brody doesn't get many yards out there, so that'll make it 4th and 17. I believe it's 4th down. It says 3rd on the board. Okay, so it's 3rd down. It is 3rd and 17 at the Storm 36-yard line. So today's weather isn't conducive to passing. You don't see too much of it at this division anyway. There's Garza on the jet sweep, trying to get the edge there, cuts it back inside. He might get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll be 4th and long. So, again, the wind playing a lot of havoc both on the passing and to see if the Storm will punt. A lot of things have to go right here as far as special teams, the snap, the kick. Let's see if the Storm do indeed punt here on 4th and 21. La Cueva's got a player back at about the 46-yard line of La Cueva. A couple of Storm players late getting out on the punt team. Very cold day here at Community Stadium. There's the snap. The kick is blocked. So we mentioned that it was going to be a tough kicking conditions regardless, really, of what division you're in. It could be the college would have a hard time, college level, the high school level. It's so the La Cueva will take over on the Cleveland 30-yard line. Great field position for the Bears. Bears coached by Justin Sanchez, assisted by Sean Jones, Sean McMullen, Matt Montano, Brian Prescott, and Joaquin Sanchez. The team manager is Kevin Hathaway. Eight-year-old division here. Also cameraman Ron Molina outside. We didn't mention him. There's a jet sweep trying to get some yards around the edge there and a pretty good gain by number 3, Jaden Ward. If I remember right, Jaden Ward in the 8-year-old Super Bowl scored a touchdown, as did Bryce Clark. They love that jet sweep. They're very good at getting the edge. That's a first down at the Cleveland 19-yard line for the Bears. Clark under center on 1st and 10. Fake the jet sweep. Clark rolls to his right, trying to get the edge. Has a few yards, stiff arm, cuts it back inside. Good run by Clark, still on his feet. Good run by Bryce Clark down at the 10-yard line. Most of that done by Bryce Clark. Good job by Bryce Clark, number 11. They'll find those tough yards. They love the jet sweep, as I said. And Clark makes a couple of good moves for a 9-yard gain, 2nd and 1. Ball is on the Cleveland 10. La Cueva took over after a block punt. 2nd and 1 on, the 11-yard line of Cleveland. Clark, the quarterback, keep up the middle to fake the jet. They fake the jet sweep to number 29, Dylan Hathaway, and Clark goes up the middle for a first down. First and goal to go for La Cueva. Got the La Cueva cheerleaders out here too, and there's 5 of them. They're not out in force as they were a couple weeks ago, but give them credit. It's a very cold day. They work very hard as well. Quad formation to the left. Hand off to Hathaway, trying to get the edge. Hathaway going for the pylon. Touchdown. Touchdown, J. Dylan Hathaway. 7-yard touchdown run. So the Bears, nice drive, 5 plays, 30 yards. They strike first. 7-yard jet sweep run by J. Dylan Hathaway, and the Bears lead 6-0. Great job of the Bears taking over on the block punt. They go 5 plays and 30 yards, and they cash it in. As I mentioned, they love to get that edge. They've got players with speed to do that. They'll try for the 2-point conversion. Fakes the jet sweep, trying to go up the middle. The 2-point conversion is no good as Zane Prescott is caught at the line of scrimmage. 2-point conversion no good. La Cueva 6, Cleveland nothing on ProView Networks.
Stadium. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Austin Denton, and while we have the chance, let's go ahead and give you a rundown of who will be playing today. It'll be the
Yaffa would like to thank the following sponsors for making this season possible.
Dylan Hathaway 7-yard touchdown run puts the La Cueva Bears ahead of the Cleveland Storm in the 8-year-old division. Here's a squib kick. Better get on that. Look, still loose. I think Cleveland fell on it, but it was close. I'm laughing because I see a La Cueva parent in front of me like, oh, yeah, how did we miss that? But Cleveland recovers at their own 45-yard line, trailing 6-0. Very cold days we mentioned here at Community Stadium. Gray, dark, although the sun's starting to shine a little bit, wind blowing. Some might say it's a great day for football, but we live in Albuquerque, so we're not really used to this kind of weather. 1st and 10 for Cleveland. Full house backfield for Brody. There's Garza in motion again. Handoff fumbled. Let's see if Cleveland got it back. Didn't seem like it was a clean exchange between Brody and Ryland Lee, number 87. But Ryland Lee able to fall back on it. So a couple of the Storm plays a little slow in developing. 1:26 left first quarter. Second and 12, loss of 2. Garza in motion again. Low snap. So the Storm having all kinds of problems with exchanges on either the quarterback to the running back or the center to the quarterback. But that's a penalty on La Cueva. That's an encroachment on the Bears, so they'll play second down over. Second and 7. Garza in motion. Low snap again. Brody kind of took his eyes off it. Brody comes up with it and trying to make a play, and he'll be caught right there at the 45-yard line, loss of 4. So Jericho, Brody, they're having all kinds of problems with the exchanges. Timing just a little bit off, and if your timing's off on any play like that, it messes up the continuity and fluidity of any play. 42 seconds left first quarter. Third and 10 on the Cleveland 46-yard line. And that's encroachment on La Cueva. That'll be 5 yards. So that'll give the Storm a 5-yard penalty, make it 3rd and 5. More manageable at 3rd and 5. Although the Storm so far in the first quarter have had problems getting their offense on track. Timeout. La Cueva will step aside as well. La Cueva 6, Cleveland nothing on ProView Sports.
Yaffa would like to thank the following sponsors for making this season possible. Yaffa would like to thank the following sponsors for making this season possible.
Jericho Brody carries for 3 yards and makes it 4th and 2 at the that'll be the end of the first quarter. At the end of the first quarter, it's Cleveland 6, La Cueva nothing on ProView Networks.
Yaffa would like to thank the following sponsors for making this season possible. Yaffa would like to thank the following sponsors for making this season possible.
Start of the second quarter, 4th and 2 for Cleveland at their own 46, at the La Cueva 46-yard line. So let's see what they like to run the Garza in motion. Let's see. That's going to be an automatic first down for Cleveland. Encroachment on La Cueva will give the Storm a first down. So that's the second first down in the first half on penalties against the Bears. First and 10 for La Cueva for Cleveland at the Cueva 41-yard line. There goes Garza on the jet sweep. Well, that's Ian Garza on the jet sweep, not much. They've run that about 3 times so far in the first half. Mixed bag of results, not too much or too many yards there. La Cueva scoring on Dylan Hathaway's 7-yard touchdown run. The conversion was no good in the first quarter.
Can you get Adrian a hot chocolate? He said he's cold and thirsty.
2nd and 11 for Cleveland. They lost 1 on first down. There's Garza in motion again. Trying to jet sweep around right in, about the same results. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Luke Branch of La Cueva, number 33. There's a flag on the near side here. Illegal motion is declined. Illegal motion on Cleveland is declined. Make a third down for Cleveland. Garza in motion. Jericho Brody looking to pass, rolls to his left. Under pressure, Brody trying to get to the edge, won't get there. Loses about 2 yards. Good play out there on the far side by number 29, J. Dylan Hathaway. So Brody trying to escape from Hathaway, and Hathaway won't let him get to the edge and to the sticks. So that's going to make it 4th and 11. As we mentioned, Cleveland did punt the first time, but the punt was blocked, recovered at the 30. At Cleveland's 30 by La Cueva. 5 plays later, J. Dylan Hathaway scores on a 7-yard touchdown run. So the Storm may be a little bit hesitant to punt here. Conditions aren't conducive to punting, really, as I mentioned, at any level, pro level, high school level, but especially Pee Wee level. So they'll go here on 4th and 11. Twins to the far side, twins to the near side. Brody trying to pass. Got a receiver open, incomplete. Receiver fell down, he was open, and the pass was there. Just the timing. The receiver fell down in the flat there, but Brody did get it out to him. Incomplete, intended for Elijah Fragua, number 24. So the Bears will take over on their own 49-yard line, leading 6-0. There's Hathaway trying to jet sweep. He's got the edge, got a little bit of yards, and will go out of bounds into Cleveland territory about the 47-yard line. So they'll run jet sweep left, jet sweep right. They're very good about getting blocks on the edge. Hathaway already has one touchdown in the first quarter. So 5-yard gain by Hathaway on first down, 2nd and 5. Inside handoff, a little bit of room out to the right edge there. Still on his feet, first down. A little bit more. Another good gain. That's by number 13 for La Cueva, Zane Prescott. Prescott the first down for the Bears. Ball is at the 34-yard line of Cleveland. Hand off to Hathaway. Nothing doing. Great play out there by number 87 for Cleveland, Rylan Lee. Lee had seen that jet sweep and stops Hathaway for a loss of about 6 yards. Good play by Rylan Lee. He smelled that out. He saw it and he says, hey, I've seen this jet sweep too many times, and took a great angle and stopped Hathaway for a loss. All the way back to the 39-yard line, loss of 6. 2nd and 16. Inside handoff to Prescott's doing a good job of following his blockers. Still on his feet. Gets those yards that they lost back, maybe one more, about to the 31-yard line. Good job by Prescott in following his blockers. Make it 3rd and 9 on the 32-yard line of Cleveland. La Cueva 6, Cleveland nothing. Nearly encroachment, no flag, no whistle. Cleveland showing blitz here. And I don't know, I don't see a signal from the officials if it was a timeout or not, but La Cueva goes back to their huddle, so timeout. La Cueva will step aside as well. 3:58 left, first half. La Cueva 6, Cleveland nothing on ProView Networks.
Yaffa would like to thank the following sponsors for making this season possible.
Welcome back to Community Stadium. 3:58 left, first half. La Cueva leads Cleveland 6-0. And up on the jet sweep around right in. It's got the edge. Cuts it back inside. Good tackle out there on the far side. Carried by Jaden Ward. Gets down to the Cleveland 27-yard line. 4th down for Cleveland. Says 4th and 9 on the board, but the sticks indicate more like 3 yards. 4th and 4. So 4th and 4 for La Cueva. They lead 6-0 with 3:18 left in the first half. Hand out to Prescott, first down and a little bit more. Prescott still on his feet, going for the end zone, touchdown. Touchdown number 13, Zane Prescott. Nice run there by Prescott, 27-yard touchdown run, and La Cueva leads 12-0. Well, there's a flag down, I believe. Let's see. Yes, there is. So that may negate Prescott's 27-yard run. Let's see. And it will. It's a hold on La Cueva. So good inside run by Zane Prescott, but there's a hold, so that negates his 27-yard touchdown run and will cost the Bears 10 yards. Sponsors for today, YFL, City of Albuquerque, Bernalillo County, Dick's Sporting Goods, Dave and Buster's, Hinkle Family Fun Center, Main Event, APS Athletics, and Rudy's Barbecue. I didn't see that flag at first, so Zane Prescott had scored, but that'll cost the Bears 10 and the touchdown. Should be 4th and 14 now, I believe. There's another flag, and I think that's going to cost the Bears motion, another 5 yards. One of the receivers on the far side twitched right in front of the side judge, so that'll cost the Bears another 5 yards. Says 4th and 8 on the board. It's got to be more than that. Hand off to Hathaway, trying to get the edge on the jet sweep. Hathaway does get the edge. Just cuts it back inside. Good move near the sticks. Let's see if he got the first down. But the official saying he went out of bounds, I believe, where he's marking it there. Good move by J. Dillon Hathaway, who already has a 7-yard touchdown run. First down. First down, La Cueva. So J. Dillon Hathaway needed 8 yards, got 10. Already has, we mentioned, a touchdown. They love that jet sweep. As we mentioned, they do a good job of getting the edge. 2:53 left first half. There's an inside handoff. A little bit of room on the edge. Might go to the house. A house call. Looks like a 23-yard touchdown run. I don't see any flags. Touchdown, La Cueva. Number 13, Zane Prescott, had his 27-yard touchdown run negated about 3 plays earlier. Not this time. 23-yard touchdown run by Zane Prescott puts the Bears ahead 12-0. Great run by Prescott. They've got a stable of backs there. They can really run the ball. Whether it's Prescott, J. Dillon Hathaway, also number 11, Bryce Clark. They've got some speed on the edge that must be accounted for. So Prescott the touchdown, and the Bears will try the 2-point conversion. Pass out to the far side, trying to get in the end zone. 2-point conversion is good. Kanan Montano flips it out to Jaden Ward, and Jaden Ward able to get in the end zone for the 2-point conversion. La Cueva 14, Cleveland nothing on ProView Networks.
Yaffa would like to thank the following sponsors for making this season possible.
Zane Prescott's 23-yard touchdown run makes it La Cueva. The conversion is also good. La Cueva 14, Cleveland nothing. Pro Football Hall of Fame Youth Championships here at Community Stadium. Very cold day here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. The sun's starting to come out a little bit, wind somewhat dying down. There's a squib kick. Better get on it. Looks like La Cueva came up with it, and Cleveland, for whatever reason, just looks a step slow. Whether it be on offense, defense, special teams. They're going to have to, the coach, Landrick Brody, has some adjustments to be made at halftime. He's already telling his guys, hey, we got to get on that football. So La Cueva will take over on their own 50 with plenty of time for more scoring here. 2:45 left first half. Inside handoff, trying to find some room. Oh, nice hit there by number 34 of Cleveland. Jericho Brody came up and laid a good pop on Zane Prescott. Prescott had some good yards there. So they'll hurt you around. And they're well-designed plays for La Cueva by head coach Justin Sanchez. Either they'll hit you with the sweep wide or they trap you. So looks like they really work on those plays a lot too. Montano under center. Hands it off, and there's no gain there. Jaden Ward had fumbled, but he fell down on the ball. Timeout. Cleveland will step aside as well. La Cueva 14, Cleveland nothing on ProView Networks.
Yaffa would like to thank the following sponsors for making this season possible.
Third and 7 at the La Cueva 47-yard line. Inside handoff, breaks one tackle, still on his feet. Bryce Clark. We mentioned they have a stable full of backs and some speed. So I'll make it 4th and 3, and again, very manageable for La Cueva. Clock still running, 1:12 left first half. Right now, the Cleveland Storm defense doesn't know what to expect, whether it's a jet sweep or an inside handoff. La Cueva's been very successful in the first half on the offensive end. Timeout, La Cueva. I believe the official signal timeout, but the Bears are running to the ball, so we'll stay right here. 4th and 3 for the Bears. Montano in the shotgun. Montano fumbles the snap, picked up, trying to get it out of there, and they can't, and the Cleveland will take over. Zane Prescott fell on the fumble and tried to pick it up and go, but the Storm were right there. So 38 seconds left in the half. Let's see if the Storm can come up with any kind of offensive score here. Brody has the ball in the quarterback option. Nice run by Jericho Brody. Timeout Cleveland will step aside as well. The Cueva 14, Cleveland nothing on ProView Networks.
Yaffa would like to thank the following sponsors for making this season possible.
Second and 10 for Cleveland. 30 seconds left in the first half. Head coach Landrick Brody of the Storm took a timeout. Brody flips it out to the left side, dropped. Don't know how many yards that would have gone for anyway. Ian Garza dropped the ball. But a La Cueva defender was right in front of him. So 3rd and 10 with 23 seconds left. Brody again tries to find a receiver out there. Intercepted. Could be a house call down the right sideline. 40, 30, one man to beat. Brody shoves him out of, no, he's still on his feet. No, shoved out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Jaden Ward with the interception. So Brody overthrew his receiver, and Jaden Ward, Johnny on the spot, with the return all the way back to the Cleveland 21-yard line. 9 seconds left in the half. La Cueva already ahead 14-0. La Cueva sprinting to the line here with 9 seconds left in the half after the interception by number 3, Jaden Ward. Going on the double reverse, cuts it back inside, it's got a block. One man to beat to the end zone. It's going to be another house call with 9 seconds left. Touchdown. Touchdown, La Cueva. That's number 11 for La Cueva, Bryce Clark. So the double reverse works, and La Cueva scores with no time left in the first half. They lead 20-0. So after the interception by Jaden Ward, the Bears cash in. That's 2 turnovers, 1 block punt. That would have been 4th down and the Bears' ball anyway, but special teams create that play, and then another interception on defense, and the Bears cash in with another score. They've had the Storm off balance all game long. Here's the 2-point conversion with the Bears leading 20-0. Montano flips it out there again to Hathaway, but the 2-point conversion is no good. The end of the first half, it's La Cueva 20, Cleveland nothing. You're watching ProView Networks.
air here, and it's picked off and punched in. A Cardinals touchdown. They go to the air out of their own end zone, and Felix Gonzalez delivers a pick six. Come on now. If you saw,
I trusted you. I
you
trusted you.
saw what I was writing down here.
Oh!
Wide open Robertson to the sideline and to the house. Touchdown Bears. Nasir. Blitz to the near side. Now they back out a little bit. They're going to throw it deep. Has a man out there. Ball is caught.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
To the house. Touchdown. Santa Rosa still looking to get on the board. Sanchez at the 4. He's across to the 40. Sanchez across midfield. A lot of room on the sideline. One more to beat. And Santa Rosa's on the board. 96 yards on the return for Steven Sanchez. They're going to go back to the air, and it's complete. All the way for the score is for the Tigers. Hey, looking, he's going to throw it up, throws it in the end zone. Ball is caught. Touchdown. Frost going to hand this, fake the handoff, going around for the score. Is he holding on? Yes!
Arnott's throwing. It is a first down. The Stevens team is still on his feet. 10, 5, touchdown near the pylon. That's touchdown. Makes the jet sweep. Who's there under pressure? Receiver open. Cut.
Wow.
Touchdown.
Oh my
4th and
God.
11, and they convert. 22-yard touchdown pass.
Deathridge is going to work in the pistol, and he's going to quarterback keep it, and he's got a lot of room. Look out, Deathridge still on us, and he's going to take it to the 10, to the 5, and in.
Yaffa would like to thank the following sponsors for making this season possible. Yaffa would like to thank the following sponsors for making this season possible. Yaffa would like to thank the following sponsors for making this season possible. Yaffa would like to thank the following sponsors for making this season possible. Yaffa would like to thank the following sponsors for making this season possible. Yaffa would like to thank the following sponsors for making this season possible. Yaffa would like to thank the following sponsors for making this season possible.
Welcome back to the second half consolation game here at Community Stadium. Cleveland kicks off to La Cueva, who leads 20-0. He's got a little room on the edge there and a blocker in front, still on his feet into Cleveland territory. Cuts it back inside and down at about the 41-yard line of Cleveland. And good sportsmanship as both teams helping each other up. Cueva leads 20-0. Touchdowns by J. Dillon Hathaway and Zane Prescott. Interception in the first half by Jaden Ward. So La Cueva, who'd won the 8-year-old Super Bowl, there goes Hathaway trying to get the edge on the jet sweep. Cuts it back inside, still on his feet. Hathaway, one man to beat, fumbles. I think it's recovered by La Cueva. So Hathaway was in the open and probably was going to score. But he got stripped, and all the balls, at least the footballs, have been bouncing La Cueva's way this whole game. Hathaway would have scored on that play, but he did get stripped from behind. But, again, the ball bounced right back to La Cueva. So all the bounces have gone the Bears' way. They lead 20-0. Just third quarter just underway here. Hand out to Prescott. He can't go this time. Good play by number 4 for Cleveland. Alon Corral, the tackle again. Coaches for Cleveland, Landrick Brody, assisted by Greg Shea, Jerry Tomhav, team manager Nicole Brody. La Cueva Bears head coach Justin Sanchez, assisted by Sean Jones, Sean McMullen, Matt Montano, Brian Prescott, and Joaquin Sanchez. The team manager is Kevin Hathaway. Loss of 1 on that play. La Cueva trying to strike again here. Montano under center. Fake to Hathaway. There they go on the trap. He's got some blockers in front of him. Headed for the end zone. Still on his feet. Cuts it back inside. Down and inside the 5-yard line at the 3. That's Jaden Ward. So they fake the jet sweep and trap him on the inside, and Ward down at the 3. First and goal to go for La Cueva. As we mentioned, they've got speed. Jaden Ward, Bryce Clark, J. Dillon Hathaway. Got to say, the quarterback, Kanan Montano, is very good with his fakes, too. He's a very good ball handler. So first and goal to go for La Cueva on the Cleveland 3. Quad set to the left. Goes Hathaway in motion. Montano goes up the middle for the touchdown. They didn't expect that, so great call there by La Cueva head coach Justin Sanchez. They didn't expect. That's a great call because you're looking for the jet sweep, you're looking for the trap. Montano hasn't run the ball all game long, so great call by La Cueva head coach Justin Sanchez. And another score for the Bears. They lead 26-0. La Cueva will try for 2 here. Montano swings it out to Prescott. Prescott still on his feet, diving for the end zone, but they stop him just short. 2-point conversion, no good. 5:47 left, third quarter. La Cueva 26, Cleveland nothing. You're watching ProView Networks.
Yaffa would like to thank the following sponsors for making this season possible.
La Cueva 26, Cleveland nothing. As Kanan Montano goes in on the quarterback sneak, well, wide open in the middle. Again, Cleveland guessing jet sweep, guessing trap, not expecting Kanan Montano to go up the middle. He had a waltz in the end zone. Kick taken by one of the up men for Cleveland. Good tackle out there. Returned by number 4, Alon Corral of Cleveland. So running clock here at Community Stadium as La Cueva's up by more than 24. Garza in motion. Handoff up the middle and nothing doing at all. Stop made by the front or the interior there of the La Cueva defense. Ball carried by number 87 of La Cueva, Rylan Lee. And Lee, a little shaken up, will come out of the game, holding his left shoulder. Seems to be okay on the far side there, but he'll have to come out. So gain of 1 by Rylan Lee, 2nd and 9 at the Cleveland 44-yard line. Garza in motion. Jericho Brody fumbles, picks it up. They've just had all kinds of problems with exchanges the entire first half. It bleeds over into the third quarter here. I'll make it 3rd and 13. Hand off to Garza, and Garza falls down. So it's been that kind of afternoon for the Storm. They just can't get anything untracked. Execution just hasn't been there, so that'll be 4th down for Cleveland. You know, like I mentioned, they had 1 punt blocked already, so 4th and 13 at the Cleveland 38-yard line, and the Storm will come out, and it looks like they'll go for it here. Brody will try to find some yards running around left end. Does get about 3 or 4, but not much else. Into 40, down about the 42-yard line. So La Cueva will take over on the offensive end, already leading 26-0. .2:14 left, third quarter, clock rolling. A lot of hot chocolate we're seeing here. As we mentioned, a very cold day. Hasn't been cold for La Cueva, though. They lead 26-0. First and 10 for La Cueva. Trips to the far side. Single receiver split to the near side. Oh, great play out there. No gain at all. Loss of about 2. Good tackle by Khalil Woods on the far side there for Cleveland. Woods read that play perfectly, made the nice stop. Got so cold for the La Cueva cheerleaders, but they're still out there, though. We mentioned they work very hard, too. They have to practice. Give them a lot of credit for even being out here today. It's very cold. Second and 14 for La Cueva. Loss of 4. Good tackle by Woods. Hathaway in motion. There's the inside trap again. This time Adon Corral makes a nice stop, but there's a flag. Where that flag is thrown, it usually indicates a hold. I believe there's a flag. I thought I saw an official throw a flag. face mask on Cleveland. Storm just can't catch a break out here today. Hathaway in motion. Montano flips it out to Hathaway. Eludes one tackler, first down. Good tackle there on the far side, but Hathaway will move the chains for La Cueva. That should be the end of the third quarter, and it is the end of 3. It's La Cueva 26, Cleveland nothing. You're watching ProView Networks.
Yaffa would like to thank the following sponsors for making this season possible. Yaffa would like to thank the following sponsors for making this season possible.
Start of the fourth quarter. La Cueva leads Cleveland consolation game here at Community Stadium in the 8-year-old division, 26-0. The Bears 2nd and 5. Hand off to number 2, Michael McMullen, and McMullen tackled for a loss. Good play again by Khalil Woods. Woods a little bit shaken up on the field. We have an injury timeout. We'll step aside. La Cueva 26, Cleveland nothing. You're watching ProView Networks.
Yaffa would like to thank the following sponsors for making this season possible.
Injured player was Khalil Woods. He's okay. Montano back to pass for one of the few times. He's got a receiver open. It's incomplete. Receiver was wide open, went through the hands of Jaden Ward at about the 15-yard line, and Ward, if he had caught that, would have strolled in the end zone. That's one of Montano's few passes. They haven't had to pass. They've been so successful with the jet sweep, the trap. Running game's been very, very successful for the Bears in the entire game. Montano under center. Quad set to the left. They're starting to read those a little bit better now in those jet sweeps. That was Jaden Ward, and he's tackled for a loss. Looked like Khalil Woods who made the play on that play. Good play by Woods. Second tackle for a loss on this drive by Woods, number 1 for Cleveland. Today's sponsors, YFL, City of Albuquerque, Bernalillo County Parks and Recreation, Dick's Sporting Goods, Dave & Buster's, Hinkle Family Fun Center, Main Event, APS Athletics, and Rudy's Barbecue. Ball on the Cleveland 34-yard line. Montano back to pass, steps up, throws, got a receiver out there. It's incomplete. Bryce Clark wide open, but I'll tell you what, Montano showed off his gun there. He's got an arm, he's thrown in the wind. So good throw by Montano, but just a little bit long. Incomplete. They're going for more here, though. They lead 26-0, running clock here, fourth quarter. So the Storm will take over. And they really just haven't been able to get anything going offensively all game long.
How much time is left in the Rams game? 6 minutes left on the main field.
Trying the jet sweep around left end. No gain there. That's Khalil Woods. Loss of 2 on the play, 2nd and 12. Garza in motion in all kinds of trouble trying to bounce it back outside into compound matters. There's the flag thrown. I'm thinking that's got to be a hold. I'm thinking here the Bears will decline because that's a big loss there. No, I'm sorry. It's a face mask on the Cueva. My apologies. So the ball moved all the way up to the 35-yard line of Cleveland. 3:35 left, fourth quarter. Snap goes through the hands of Jericho Brody. I don't know if Brody really ever saw that snap coming. Again, the snap, it might have been on a different count, but the center snapped it when Brody wasn't ready. So they lose about 12 yards back to the 23. Brody will roll to his right, trying to get some yards, and there's a flag before, and that's offsides on the Cueva. So instead of 3rd and 19, it'll be 3rd and 14. Snap goes over Brody's head again. Brody will fall down on it. And boy, they're just having all kinds of trouble with the center quarterback exchange. It's YFL season ended a couple weeks ago, so I'm not sure how much these teams have practiced for this tournament here, because a lot of kids are playing basketball now too. So in basketball and football, any sport you have to practice. I'm sure they have, but the timing looks a little bit off for Cleveland. 1:49 left in the game, clock rolling. La Cueva 26, Cleveland nothing. Motion, and Brody will try to get some yards up the middle. Good run by Brody's got the edge there on the left and a blocker in front of him. Brody short of the first down by about 5 yards. Good run, though. Good run by Jericho Brody. Best run of the day. But the Bears will take over. That was 4th down, and La Cueva might just take a knee here with 1:08 left and the clock running. They lead 26-0.
Fans, please stay in the stands. Parents and spectators do not go out onto the field. Parents, you can meet your player at the south end of the upper concourse.
35 seconds left, and Cueva's going to win this one convincingly. They played very well here. See if Montano just takes a knee here. Now he's going to go back in the shotgun with 22 seconds left. And that's going to be that. They're going to let the clock run down, and La Cueva in the consolation game here in the 8-year-old division will beat Cleveland 26-0. As we mentioned, they played very well. Touchdowns by Zane Prescott, Jaden Ward, J. Dillon Hathaway, also Kanan Montano. Final score from Community Stadium, La Cueva 26, Cleveland nothing. For producer Josh Brown, cameraman Ron Molina, and Christiane Molina, I'm Ed Nunez. You've been watching ProView Networks.